Sweeney said that he feels like everybody who sees you sort of miraculously has a copy of Sports
I
Illustrated.
know, yeah. I think he said it's like in their car or something. Yeah, I've signed probably close to 2,000 of them in the last month or so. But I'm a lot more appreciative that I caught the ball than if I would have dropped it. So I'm glad I caught the ball.
Your whole career has been kind of like a dream-like in a way, but has this just been an incredible experience? Could you put it into words what it's been like after making that catch?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. Can I put it into words? And I really can't. It's just an experience that you've dreamt about your whole life. It's something that is why you go to work and you practice every day. And it's something that you get to share with your teammates. Unless you've played on a sports team, you don't really realize what it means to so many people and your brothers in the locker room.
Last interview we did with you last year, we still talked about the anonymous Hunter Renfrow. Not anonymous anymore?
Not as much. Not as much. Like you said, Sports Illustrated. I've definitely perfected my signature, but it's been a good time, and I've got to meet a lot of new people that I might not have gotten to meet if I didn't score that and we didn't win.
As great as that game ended and your role in it, where do you need to get significantly better going from last year into this spring? And in your new role, having lost some key guys that were playing wide out last year.
Leadership is the first thing that comes to mind, as well as I need to get more physical blocking on the edge. And I really want to get a lot better punt returning. And that's three things that I've kind of set in my mind and something I want to get better at this spring and then carry it on to the summer and work hard in the summer at it. So.
What's the craziest thing somebody's asked you to sign?
Yeah, so I signed a bunch of stuff for the economics department because I'm an economics major, and some guy had stolen a drink holder from Raymond James Stadium, and so he brought it all the way back to Clemson, and I got to sign it, and he had kind of cool memorabilia.
How about the transition from Deshaun to whoever is next?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to replace a guy like Deshaun. Broke all he might be the best player to ever play at Clemson, and so the next guy can't try to be Deshaun. He just has to be the best that he can be. And that's something we talk about. Best is a standard. You got to be the best that you can be. And I can't be like Mike Williams. I can't try to be like Artavis. For me, I got to be Hunter Renfrow. And Kelly's got to be Kelly and Tucker and Hunter and Zarek. So whoever it is, they just got to be the best they can every day and put in the work. And what made Deshaun so great is the preparation. And I know we talk about the separations and the preparation. And so just preparing every day and just making the most out of every day is what's going to put them to the top.
To some degree, it's human nature.
No, yeah, they're all four. It's going to be an interesting battle. They're all four great quarterbacks, or they wouldn't be at Clemson. And so I think it's going to be fun just seeing who rises to the top, whether it's the spring or the summer or halfway through the season. They're all going to have their chances, and we'll see how they do.
To some degree, it's human nature to maybe kind of exhale a little bit and relax. When you've done what you just did last year, how do you make sure that the complacency does not set in at any position and that you are able to do what you did last year?
You just don't want to let your brothers down. I mean, we did the same thing last year. We got to the pinnacle of college football and lost. So we played this late into the season last year, or 2 years ago. And so just coming to work every day, and our coaches do a great job of not letting us be complacent and trying to get better every day.
Does your heightened public profile translate into a greater sense of confidence in yourself as a player out there?
A little bit. I think the real confidence, though, comes from practice and what you do in practice and what you do in the weight room and what you do in your off season and the preparations or the separations and the preparation. And so it definitely, I have a little more confidence than I did 2 years ago at this time when I was walk-on. But it comes from the preparation. It's not necessarily doing it in games, but just knowing I can do it in practice against studs on our defense. So.
You said last fall that when you go home, your family doesn't treat you any differently.
Yeah.
What about now?
Still, I got a great family. Like I say, girlfriend doesn't treat me any differently. They pick on me a little bit more. They kind of joke. They definitely have a lot more Sports Illustrated they need me to sign. But yeah, it's all the same.
What was your this whole being a star thing? Has it changed you at all? I mean, do you look at yourself any differently than you did 3-4 months ago?
Like you said, a little more confidence. But what's got me to where I am now is what I need to carry on. I can't stop. If anything, I need to practice harder and prepare harder for what's coming next. So, yeah, I mean, it definitely give him more confidence.
Do you remember your reaction when you saw yourself on Sports Illustrated or found out?
Yeah. So I think I was still on a high after the game. I think it might have came out when we were on the way back to Clemson. It was just cool for me that it wasn't Deshaun or Mike or Jordan or someone like that. So yeah, I mean, it was cool. Definitely cost me a lot of signatures and a lot of time, a lot of texts saying, "Can you come over and sign few things for me?" But I wouldn't trade for anything.
Do you I mean, a lot of people dream about being on that cover. Did you ever think about that growing up?
Never. It's still kind of surreal to me. But at the end of the day, that's not what you play for. I mean, you play for the guys in the room, you play for your coaches and your family. But it's definitely a rewarding experience for me to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Coach Sweeney, I asked him if y'all talked about repeating, if you heard the word repeat from y'all very much. He said he didn't. But is that something that y'all talk about behind closed doors?
No. I mean, something we've talked about behind closed doors is we don't need to defend it. We need to go chase it again. And that's what our goal was last year. It wasn't to get back. It was to go finish. And so for us, we just want to go chase it. And we want to go attack it the same way we did last year. And if anything, attack it more because they're going to be coming after us.
You talked about signing a lot, but have you experienced being out like at restaurants where maybe someone picks up your lunch tab or move to the front of the line somewhere or things like that at all around town?
No, I can't. Even if they did, I couldn't say anything because compliance would get me. But no,
Get Eric.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely will be sitting at lunch and stuff like that. So people take pictures and stuff like that.
How many times have you watched that final play?
A lot, and my favorite thing when watching is just watching everyone's reaction. I like to see Coach Scott tackle Coach Sweeney. I like to see Mitch Hyde jump up in the air. Jake Guillermo, I scored and Jake Guillermo is still trying to block someone, and so I just like seeing everyone's reaction and seeing Deshaun sprint to the 50-yard line like he just hit a game-winning 3 or something, and so it's just cool seeing their reaction and what it means to everyone in the stands. And that's one of my favorite things is watching the fans' perspective, seeing a guy in the 30th row taking a video on his phone and seeing their reaction, so it's pretty cool.
Whenever I watch it, one of the things that always kind of stands out to me is that you took a pretty good pop on the play.
Yeah, I did.
Did you feel it? Anything?
No, I remember catching it, and I knew I was going to get hit. And I remember getting up, flipping the ball to the ref, and thinking, all right, let's make sure there's no flags. I was looking for yellow on the ground. And then my next thought after that was, all right, we got 1 second left. Let's go get this onside kick, or let's make sure we don't celebrate too early. Because I feel like some of the guys, we might have celebrated a little too early with 5 minutes left when we scored the first time. I was like, all right, let's settle down. We gotta go score again maybe. So we just didn't want to prematurely.
Has some of this kind of newfound fame stuff spilled over to your girlfriend at all? Did she get like requests at all, or hey, could you have Hunter sign these 3 things and bring them back to me in class, that type of thing?
Yeah, she definitely did. I mean, we have a bunch of signatures that I have to go to her place and sign, but she's taking it well in stride, and she's a great girlfriend. So.
What about your teammates? Do they treat you any differently?
No, not really. I'm still Hunter. They still have to count on me to go win games, and I got to count on them. So from that aspect, it doesn't really change much.
That's great.
Thanks.